Very cool. All right. Thank you, Holly. Our next guest knew that he was funny even when he was a school kid in Temple Hills, Maryland. But Sean Sarvis did what a lot of class clowns couldn't. He actually pursued a career as a comedian, and he has succeeded. He's performed at comedy clubs, on BET's Comic View, and was an opening act for each member of the Kings of Comedy Tour. He has a local show coming up next weekend. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, Sean Sarvis joins us here in our studio, and we are very happy to have you here.
I'm thrilled. I've tried to do everything to get on this show. I've been trying to get on this show since 1986. Man, look, I'm going to tell you, I'll try to be the Facebook fan of the day. I tried to be the first five. My kids are 16, 17 years old. I said, you're going to be the first five, but they were too old. I tried to be the first five. And then Allison has the Pets 5. Yeah, I tried to dress up like a poodle, and I got in a car accident so Julie Wright could come down my street and see me on Fox 5, but she didn't come down my street. The helicopter just flew right over. So
right over.
I am happy to be here. And I'm going to tell you, this is the best morning show in Washington.
Well, we agree. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
And when I go on the other channel next week, I'm going to say the same thing about them. Because, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm going to tell you something. You and Tucker Barnes, y'all are so accurate with the weather, man. And it's been a blessing because we have not had any bad weather here since like February of 2010.
Yeah.
We got like 37 inches one day.
Yeah.
And came back and got like another 25 inches.
Yes.
I don't know how many inches it was. I went outside to clear my car off for an hour and a half when I realized it wasn't in my car. I don't make no sense, man.
That is not fun, is it?
No, and I can't stand when it snows in this area. Why do we go to when y'all announce snow, we go to the grocery store and we buy all the bread, milk, eggs, and cheese.
Yeah.
Why do we buy stuff that make us constipated when it snows? I just don't understand that, man.
We're not thinking. You're actually right.
I don't understand it, man. But I am a true Washingtonian, man.
Yeah,
I'm really happy.
Temple Hills.
Yes.
And you do watch the show, and we're very, you know, we've heard your name for quite some time.
Okay.
And wanted to have you here at the right time because we know you have a show that you're promoting next week, and we're just very happy that that you could join us, and happy for your success.
Thank you.
Let me ask you something. I mentioned the school kid thing. When you were in school, you actually worked a deal once with one of your teachers, right?
Yes, he told me, my art teacher at Crossland High School, Mr. Hurley, he told me if I was quiet for the whole class period, he would give me 5 minutes to do my stand-up comedy, you know. So now I done talked the whole class period, and then when it was time for me to say something, I was just sitting there quiet, you know. But, you know, he kind of inspired me to do stand-up because I never thought about doing stand-up. And so, you know, I grew up admiring Pryor and Eddie Murphy and Red Fox. And then once I went to Bowie State, they gave me time on stage, and it's been a natural high ever since, man.
That's where I first started doing comedy at college.
Really?
Yeah. So we mentioned earlier you're a clean comic.
Yes.
You bill yourself as that now.
Yes.
You used to do comedy like everybody else does. You call it secular comedy.
Yes.
You're a Christian.
Yes.
And so tell me what made you, was it your growing faith that made you decide, you know what, I'm going to keep it clean?
You know what, the thing about it was I didn't curse. I gave my life over to Christ when I was 14, so I didn't curse all the way up until I was 20 till I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
And then the guys that I went on and was performing with, they were cursing, so I started cursing. And so after that, it just wasn't me. And so when I became a father about 11 years ago, I said, you know what, that's it. I'm gonna stop it, and that's it. And I've been doing Christian/clean comedy ever since.
So is it? I won't ask if it's harder to. Well, is it harder to do?
Yeah, it is, because you have to be more animated. You know, when you go to a comedy club, you basically know what people want. Right. You know, they want to hear the vulgar, they want to hear the profanity and everything like that. But when you go into a church setting, now you have so many demographics, so you have to be more animated. You have to act it out more, you know. So, but hey, I've been on this road, this train for 9 years, man.
And
so
it's been working for you. Are any club owners or the like, any of the people who book you, are they hesitant because they say, oh man, we want the dirty stuff?
You know what? Yeah, they're like, man, they always come around me like I'm the bishop, and they're like, oh, their posture gets up straight, and everybody. So I'm like, no, I can still do my act long as I do it clean. Now, the audience first say, something's different with this cat. This cat ain't saying a cuss word, he ain't saying the N-word, he ain't saying none of that. But then they get sucked in, you know, and everybody enjoys.
My feeling is you have to be more clever and more creative.
Yes.
Once you've made that decision, that's what you're going to do. you got to be really good at it.
Yes.
You know, the comedy's got to be funny.
Yes.
So good for you. Very glad to have you here. Let me promote your show. Next Friday, here's the information. Is this a church where you're going to be? Everlasting Life Care.
It's actually a restaurant, that Everlasting Life Restaurant Cafe in
cafe.
Yeah.
I said
yeah.
care. I'm
So
sorry.
yeah.